So why do we use stories to teach English? Well, stories are everywhere. We love stories. Kids love stories. Once upon a time, far away in a distant land. I mean, they just love it. And they're also familiar with the language of narrative. They know how stories work. So if we're putting stories into the classroom, they're already following the idea of a story. They want to know what happens next. So they're greedy for the language. They're curious. Stories also stimulate their imagination. It's a creative thing. They want to be in the story. They want to take part. So language is in a very memorable context. It makes language naturally repeat itself. We can do the same things over and over again, but it doesn't feel like learning. They're having such a great time. They can role play, they can do things in pairs and groups. So stories kind of bind the language in a natural context. It's not like learning, it's fun. And as soon as possible, we take the language and the vocabulary and we let the students take that language for themselves and personalize it. So what's your story? What's their story? What can they do with Minigon, for example? And they can also hear the sound of the language, the way it's suddenly something happens and then it's all very mysterious. So they love the idea of a story. They can be somebody else. That's also very important for kids, that they can be characters and play with each other. We want them to have fun. English can be fun.